not for me. You don't want me here. You're a bunch of corrupt cunts. I hate the system. I think you're all fucking losers. Get me out of here.
Welcome back to Define Insanity.
Were you making fun of Asians again?
I just went through puberty. Yeah, no, oh, there they go. The balls dropped.
Yeah. Thought you
Finally.
Thought you were doing another Rusey Roo impression.
No, well, honestly, Joe, I'm still in a little bit of shock. I'm in a little bit of shock. I guess I would say humiliated.
This is the segue.
A little bit in the supermarket today. Look, I found a new look. I'm tired of this online dating shit. All right,
That's two segues.
It's getting out of hand. Yeah, I'm meeting these girls, taking them out pizza, bagels, coffee. You know, and the cheap dates.
Yeah,
you know?
we know. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Still got to fire up that GoFundMe.
Right.
I can't believe you haven't met somebody serious.
But 90% of them are filtered photos, so they look super hot in their photos, and then when you get there, flaws. Too many flaws. I know. Oh, beauty's only skin deep. Yeah, okay. Beauty's only skin deep. All right. Okay, fine. But I need my dick to get hard.
Sure.
Or I can't date this girl.
Sure.
You understand? I'm not sexist. I'm not like, oh, look at him. He's being an asshole. No, this is the reality. And sometimes people need to speak the truth. Speak the truth and speak the reality, right, Casey?
I'll allow it.
All right, there we go. Casey just, he's the board of
the
directors.
gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
speaking of truth, maybe you're having this problem because you're going under men looking for women instead of men looking for men.
Fuck up.
Maybe
it's funny you say that because I did use that
both.
angle.
Yeah,
I did. No, I didn't do that.
You
Use
gotta
that
open up your
angle.
options,
In
dude.
this particular situation that happened today in the supermarket, I did use the gay card.
It's a
but
numbers
only
game.
because I was
Back to the
backed into a
supermarket.
corner like a rat. I was backed in the corner like a fucking filthy, dirty, stinky rat. Here's what
Fine,
happened.
I'll suck your dick. Just give me the Twizzlers. Let me get out of here.
No, had nothing to do with Twizzlers. All right.
sure?
So I was in the supermarket.
Always goes back to the Twizzlers.
Beautiful woman, right? Was in the fruit section, right?
Yeah.
And she,
They hang out there.
She had a huge badonkadonk. I'm talking like a big.
Like a couple of cantaloupes.
It was big. It was round. It was out there. She looked like one of those rap guys' girlfriends.
Oh, I like
all right,
that.
like she was. It was just boom.
Yeah.
Right.
The anaconda don't want none if you don't got buns.
Nah, it makes me want to stick my
That's
beak right in
literally,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Blow my nose.
The anaconda don't want none. It's true.
Yeah.
That is actually a very factual statement. The anaconda
Yeah.
don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Absolutely. I wish I had an anaconda.
But here's what happened.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. Here's my
Like a
my
garden
game.
worm.
My game. I don't really have much game, right? My game is
I had no idea.
My game is act like a goofball.
Turn my head around like over the top. Fucking
Well, the over the
say
top
movie
worked.
lines. Yeah.
Over the top worked. I've spoken to Brittany 4 times already.
Holla at your boy.
All right, but anyway, so I go up to her while she's picking out the fruit, and here's my game. I go, so do you know how to pick out these melons? Do you know like what to do? Like
Security.
no. It would
all
have
things.
worked. It would have worked, but it was a watermelon. Right,
Okay.
and she was black.
Oh,
and
all
I
right.
didn't see that coming.
Oh,
right.
okay.
So
You
now
didn't see that she was black?
No, I first of all, you know what? I don't see color. Okay, I look at everyone as the same. Yeah. Some people have darker skin. Doesn't mean anything to me. She was black. Okay, big deal. Probably had something to do with the badonkadonk. It wasn't a honky tonk badonkadonk. It was a big black beautiful badonkadonk.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So what I do?
My favorite, Sue's Rendezvous.
Right.
You
Brown
asked
burner.
her if
Right.
she knows how to pick out a watermelon.
I didn't know that.
I don't know
racist.
why she'd be upset.
Right.
No, not at all.
Apparently she wasn't upset. She kind of was into it, right? But this white chick that was next to her picking out melons overheard me say that, and she gets involved. She sticks her neck in. She's like,
Dude,
why are
white
you
bi-
asking her about the watermelon?
Yeah, white bitches are the worst.
She's like, why are you asking her about the watermelon? That's because she's black, and the blacker didn't want any input. She's like,
Yeah.
She took a step back. She's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I got
Cock blocked you, bro.
Yeah.
Right, she's like, I don't need this white girl fucking coming in as a savior for me. She doesn't need to fucking
Yeah.
say it. Like, you saw it on her face, right? But anyway, it didn't work, and it was a whole thing. Then the store manager overheard, is there a problem here? Is there a problem? And this is my Stop and Shop. Like, I go to this fucking place every day, and I
He's
got
on
a
a first
fucking
name
card.
base with Marty the robot.
Right, Marty the robot was there. He didn't, he's a fucking piece of shit. He didn't do anything, but he stayed out of it. But
Usually he involves himself in racial incidents.
it was this whole thing, and it was
He's
just like
programmed to do that.
it was really embarrassing. So, like, now the store manager's getting involved. This white girl won't fucking shut up, And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, Okay, I'm a homosexual man. The voice completely, I had her crossed up. She didn't know what to do. All of her fucking brain fucking cells are all fucking fighting each other. Hey, what do I do? What do I do?
System crash.
Oh, it was genius. So I pranced around the store for the rest of the day, right? My whole shopping list, because I didn't know if she was watching. I had to prance around there like fucking Johnny Toe tapping, you know.
Could see him just like picking up bananas, putting a couple of hands around to see how big it is. It's too small. Puts it back. Finally found a cucumber. I'll buy this one.
I spent 8 minutes in the baby oil aisle. I was just like looking at the baby oil
in Crisco.
I did when I got to the checkout line. That's pretty much what I had.
He had to sell it.
He's definitely going to P. Diddy's white party.
I'm an actor.
Yeah.
You give me a role. Life gives me a role, right?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? I'm not going to say no.
No, you've been doing great. You're a great actor. You've been acting straight your whole life. I don't know how the fuck you do it.
Life gives him a
We
role.
all know that I'm very
He gets
straight.
role aids.
The listeners know this, but I did use the gay guy, and it worked, and it shut her the fuck up. The black girl was completely thrown off. She didn't know what the fuck was going on. She was gone. I didn't see her. I think she left. Store manager not so happy. Store manager knew I was fucking lying and doing this whole act and making a scene and the whole thing. But whatever. Anyway, I went to the bathroom. Now this is where shit got weird.
That's when he really sold it.
No, well, this is when shit got
bathroom.
weird. I went to the bathroom, and there's a thing. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there's a thing. It's a new thing that people do where they go to a urinal and they drop their pants. Drop their pants straight to their ankles.
I do that. I've been doing that for years.
Bare ass.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
What?
It makes everybody uncomfortable.
Yeah. I did it at a wedding once before I quit drinking.
My friend Kevin used to do that back in the day. So I started doing it because I thought it was funny.
You had to do it at a baseball game. That's when it really...
or Disneyland. I did it at Disneyland once. That'll fuck you up.
It fucking threw me off. It was this old. It was like this old, like 67-year-old fucking white dude, right? And he just and I'm like. What the fuck, dude? Pull your pants up, because it got me off guard, right? He turns around while midstream, and he goes, "It's a power move, bro." I'm like, what?
I love it.
That threw me off completely. This is all when all this stuff is going on.
See, but your problem
is it a power move?
No, he saw you prancing around, and he was showing you the goods.
But you see,
Did he?
Your problem is this happened once before. I don't like people making me feel uncomfortable. I would have just sat there and started playing with myself. Don't fucking turn around and act like you're a tough
ass.
guy. I don't give a fuck. Nobody's going to make me feel uncomfortable. You're sitting there naked. It's a power move.
He's going to out
I would have been like,
uncomfortable you.
it's a power move? Watch me whip my dick out and start jerking off to your fucking wrinkly ass.
Joe, that's fucking horrible.
In 2 seconds.
That'll teach him.
Immediately, I'd whip my dick out. Immediately.
Joe, that's disgosing. Children listen to this show.
I don't care.
Right,
I hope not.
That is fucking horrible. This guy.
Damn it. This
You
is
like that jerky, don't you?
Joe's enjoying some of the delicious
He likes it.
It's packed
jerky.
up in little like weed baggies too. I love it.
I know.
It's like little
It
weed
brings me
nuggets.
back to the
Now,
Now,
old
what's this
days.
jerky's name again?
This is K Diggity Jerky. Which one are you eating? What's the back say?
Smoky?
Peppered.
He's got the peppered. It's the pep.
Speaking of jerky, you
No, let me
said
tell you,
something about the jerky boys you wanted
let
to
me
mention.
tell you. So I don't know you guys ever fuck with Cameo?
Who's that?
You know what Cameo is?
You mean Cameron? The rapper?
Cameo is an app where celebrities of different levels for a fee will give you a personalized video message.
Okay.
Anybody, I think, can sign up as long as you have some sort of, reputation.
Right.
So I've done this for my wife for her birthday. You find some reality star that's $50,
Right.
Whatever. But I've had the idea to promote the jerky with a cameo. So I was like, I wonder if the guy from
Johnny
the
or Kamal?
Johnny from
right.
the Jerky Boys, he's on there, right?
Yeah.
And I remember, I always feel a little bad for this guy because
Why?
Well, because he's kind of stuck in a moment.
Isn't
right?
he a millionaire?
Well, but who cares about the money? I think this guy, he's like the Al Bundy of comedy. He had this intense moment where he was extremely popular.
He's never going to get that back.
I know. And so he had a podcast a while back where he would just play clips from old Jerky Boys albums, and it would awkwardly end, and he would go, that was a good one. Like he's clearly listening to his old material.
Like Justin's Italian accent.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Joey? With Italian accent, it's a cool accent. Would you like a spaghetti and a meatballs? Well, that's not bad.
It's not good. So I find Johnny. I'm on a road trip last week. I'm bored. We're not bored, but I'm having a nice time. But we're like, hey, you got time to kill when you're on the road. So I told my buddy, I'm like, dude, what if I can get Johnny to do a cameo video for my jerky?
Right.
So I go on there, I find him, and he's like $100, which is
$100.
$100.
You would think a little more. I mean, he's like one of the major influences in modern comedy.
Now
you know that, right?
The thing about Cameo is you can message them directly, but it costs you money normally, because some of these people are decent celebrities, so it's going to cost you like $2 to $5 per message, so you can like chat with them about the Cameo.
All right.
Otherwise, you just give them a description.
Did you have a conversation with him?
Johnny's was completely free, so we were messaging this
So
guy.
he's just sitting in a room, like waiting for people to talk to him.
And I'm like, yeah, we're on a road trip listening to the Jerky Boys. He's like, I love that, guys. Safe travels, blah, blah, blah. I give him the whole spiel. I'm like, look, I got this jerky thing where like...
He's like, I'm in. You had me. You had me at jerky.
That's what I thought. And I kind of downplayed the business side of it. I was like, it's for friends and family and clients, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I would love to have you give me and I'm picturing, remember the bit where he plays the car salesman?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like,
yeah.
you come down here, I'll shove his fucking face in your hood. You're going to buy this fucking car.
Yeah,
Like,
you buy this fucking car, break your fucking head.
I want that treatment. By the way, some people that are on Cameo, they'll give you like a couple minutes of their time.
I got to check this Cameo.
Johnny's, all of his examples were like 6, 7, 8 minutes long where he's got the time. He's just going to give you your $100 worth on Cameo.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Is this like that OnlyFans? Is this like OnlyFans?
This is like literally a lot of people. Like you could go on there, athletes, and if you want to give like a personalized message to
I noticed
somebody,
you mentioned me, and then so you're, because of my 3-point shot, I can go on there as like a professional 3-point shooter.
as a WNBA player.
Yeah.
So we book him. He's in. He's literally messaging us. Like this is like a childhood
right.
Like this is
right. He's one of the major influences in modern comedy.
I've said this before, maybe even on this podcast, but when we were kids in the 90s. They were so concerned about what media was going to do to us, right? You couldn't listen to gangster rap because you would murder somebody.
Right.
You can't listen to Nirvana because you might kill yourself.
Right. Can't listen to Sir Mix-a-Lot or you might walk up to black women in the supermarket and talk about their badonkadonks.
Yeah, you ask them about watermelons.
Right.
Yeah.
None of that affected me listening to that music, but goddamn right, I made a lot of prank phone calls after listening.
Oh, I still make them.
Absolutely affected my behavior as a child.
I make them by myself still when I'm falling asleep in the car on like a long ride home from work.
Imagine though, as a kid, you're
calls.
listening to the Jerky Boys, telling teenage version of yourself, one day you're going to be on a road trip in Arizona, just like messaging Johnny. It was one of those moments where I was like, yeah, this was an important moment.
Yeah, this is an important moment.
The guy gets 6 days to do my Cameo, right? So I'm like, my buddy keeps texting me from the road trip. He's like, dude, did Johnny give you your video yet? I'm like, no, I'm gonna give him. He has 6 days. I get a message from him yesterday.
Yeah.
I spoke to my management. I'm not allowed to endorse any products. He shot me down.
Wow.
Never meet your heroes, guys.
Wow.
He wouldn't endorse my jerky.
Well, I'll endorse that
he's
shit.
He's the lead member
amazing.
of the Jerky Boys.
That's what I said. It was the perfect Cameo.
Well, obviously, he's got to get a new manager because he's not doing too fucking much.
Is his manager fucking the Egyptian magician?
He lost my $100.
Well, yeah, what I would do is drop the manager, pick up the jerky.
Right.
Who knows what could happen?
Right.
We can message him that because clearly it's free to message him.
Yeah, I can
message
do
him
a
right
Cameo.
now.
I'm a jerky boy.
Let's get him on the podcast.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Can we get Johnny on the podcast?
I got a line on him. I think he feels a little bad about it.
Let's see if we can get him on the
Apologize. He's
podcast.
like, my manager wanted
Dude,
me
talk to him. See if he wants to come on the podcast.
Because he's the
you wanna
man.
help,
We love him.
You want to help us out?
Honestly,
we're an up-and-coming podcast.
I would absolutely have him be our first Zoom guest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's talk about the arc of celebrity being...
Right. Or, I mean, I'd love to have him come over, but if he can't make it...
I'll pay for his Uber.
Yeah,
right.
I saved $100.
We'll all chip in. We'll all chip in.
Dude, I could even see like the video. Like I could see him just like half naked, like, and the other guy, the Indian guy, like just
Kamal.
Yeah, Kamal just like emptying jerky bags on, like
great.
making it
would've been
rain with
perfect.
jerky.
Could have been special.
And I had 6 days where I was believing that a dream was coming true.
Yeah, they could go to the strip club and pay in jerky.
Yeah,
instead
make
of dollar
it rain
bills.
jerky.
It could have been so much stuff.
Stuff some
Could've been
jerky
us.
down her
It could have been a prank call to like.
Yeah.
There's a guy who has an Instagram account where he orders cameos and he sets up ridiculous premises so these celebrities have to like make the cameo. And there's one where he hires Mark McGrath from the band Sugar Ray.
Of course.
And he tells Mark McGrath, keep in mind, this is all messages, so he believes this is true. He says, Mark, I need you to do me a favor and break news to my brother that his new child is actually mine. because I had an affair with his wife, my sister-in-law.
Classic McGrath.
At a Sugar Ray concert.
Holler at your boy.
I need you to give the video to, and you got to watch it. Mark McGrath handles it so professionally. He's like, I unfortunately have to tell you that your child is not yours. It's actually your brother's. They had an affair at one of my concerts. He does the cameo. He does the video.
He sells it.
He sells it. Yeah. But he's dead serious. He's like, I'm sorry, like blah, blah, blah. But like, how much, easy it would be for him to go, I'm not doing that. But like, no, he needed that $150 or whatever he's charging on Cameo. And he's willing to do
a lot of people burn through that money.
He was great live. I saw him live. He came to my college and they were awesome.
I always felt like they were aware of their kind of cheesiness, right? Like I think they were a punk band that like made a hit with a pop song. They're like, we're gonna lean into
what, like
this.
I would too.
Like Limp Bizkit?
Well, Limp Bizkit, I think always. Yeah, I guess they were kind of in on their shtick too.
They fucking knew it, and I still listen to them. Man.
The Sugar Ray album, their follow-up album after that first one was called 14 Minutes and 59 Seconds. Like they knew their 15 minutes was almost up.
That's so funny.
I feel like that was good self-awareness.
Absolutely.
They probably should have saved their money though.
And self-deprecating.
He wouldn't be on Cameo Breaking Bad News. But anyway, this guy he hires random cameos of moderate celebrities and has them say weird shit, but they think they're really doing a cameo.
I like it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
do it.
Speaking of cameos, we have a cameo from my first rehab.
Oh,
yeah. In 2014, October 14th, 2014.
That is a great segue.
I'm getting good at this segue.
Which one?
So we have
first one was rough, but this was
my first friend in my first rehab.
Where was the rehab?
I went to 10 rehabs, Seafield. I went to 10 rehabs and about 10 detoxes in between each one, right? So 20 overall treatment centers in about a 4 or 5 year span with a year of abstinence in the middle, right? So it was packed in there. But this was my first friend, sat down next to me, couldn't stop fucking sneezing. Wouldn't stop fucking sneezing. And I'm like, dude, are you sick or something? I didn't know anything about like why he was sneezing. I just thought the fucking dude was sick. But he kept sneezing. I'm like, stop sitting next to me. You're fucking gonna get me sick. He's like, it's withdrawals. I'm not fucking sick. I'm like, what? I don't even know what the fuck that means. I'm in withdrawals. I'm fucking throwing up. But anyway, ended up becoming really close friends in rehab. Like he was my boy. And this rehab, I didn't get sober from there, but I did get seeds planted. Like there were seeds that were planted that led to my becoming sober.
Absolutely. I'm surprised you're not pregnant by now.
What does that even mean?
Well, I talk about seeds being planted again. I thought this was going to be the time where he's
announcing his pregnancy.
You finally admitted that. Yeah, you went to rehabs.
We're proud of you.
Got banged by a bunch of dudes and then got out of there and got drunk.
I don't know if you understand how biology works.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 2026. Right. I thought new age.
As a male, I'm incapable of getting pregnant.
I don't know about that.
As a straight male, I'm incapable of having sex with anything other than beautiful women.
I don't know about that either. But, this is an argument for a different podcast. Let's bring...
Do you want to bring him down from the green room?
In the green room.
Yeah. Seth, come on down. Seth, slow down here, buddy. Jeez. Why do all of our guests run down the stairs like it's a fucking marathon?
They're excited. They hear upstairs. They hear this
right out the gate.
One of these days, someone's going to pole vault, and we're not going to hear any steps at all.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, they just float down there like Prince.
It could have something to do with
I should actually install one of those like stair cart things.
That's right. Yeah.
That way the guests can come down.
Could
in luxury.
And we'll just be like, come down here, and they'll just be like,
no liability of anybody falling.
It'll take a while.
Seth, did you rush down here because our green room is disgusting and you don't like our spiced meat selection?
Gross.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
We keep the good meats down here. We keep the jerky.
Joe?
I love it. Yeah, I love the meats. What's up, Seth? How we doing, brother?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
Very good, man. Very good. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So, finally. Seth, introduce yourself, buddy.
I'm Seth.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I'm Justin's first friend from rehab. We had a little rehab romance, as they say, right?
We did. Now Joe's going to run with that. Joe's going to run with that.
There we go.
Yeah.
You just put it on the T for Joe.
Yeah.
Completely... What's the word?
Heterosexual.
Yeah. Completely heterosexual.
Yeah.
We did.
Sure.
He actually, I used to play basketball in rehab. I dominated. Seth, tell me how I dominated.
Oh, JKT for 3.
Dude, I dominated. And
I couldn't play because I was on... I had the wristband for my heart was all fucked up.
He just took way too much drugs right before he went in.
They were like, you can't have any physical activity for 28 days.
But I didn't have any shorts.
Stay over there.
I had no shorts. Right.
But I was like, how am I supposed to get better? Like,
Right.
here.
Yeah, especially Seafield. You want to go out in the sunshine. Like, they have a nice setup there.
It was nice. But I didn't have any shorts to play in, so I had to. I borrowed shorts from him.
They were stolen.
The only pairs of shorts he had the alarms on them.
Security tag.
You should be used to that.
He goes to rehab with the fucking a bunch of shorts with alarm tags on them.
That's fucking priceless.
So I had to play. I dominated with shorts with alarm tags.
Yo, that's great.
But that was a great time, and I didn't realize in the moment, I just wanted to get the hell out of there. But now when I think back, I actually had a good time.
Sure,
I was only there for 20 days, but I really enjoyed myself. Clearly, I'm still in touch with him from 12 years later.
It's crazy,
right?
Wild.
Yeah,
he's the only one.
I think you're the only
one,
one,
right?
No, actually. Somebody else, but I won't say it.
Right.
Yeah. But
I'm still for me to still be in touch with someone from that, obviously that place had an impact. For only being there for 20 days,
of course,
it had a huge impact.
Yeah, dude. What did you stay sober?
I did.
Yeah. He stayed. Yeah. I didn't.
I did.
Wow.
Only because you went to a bunch before that too, right?
No, that was my first.
No, that was your first. But then after you went to a bunch,
I went to 10 rehabs. After that, I went to 9 more rehabs and about 10 detoxes.
So before that, I had been in 4 and a dozen detoxes, whatever. The whole.
So the whole realm. I didn't realize that. So this wasn't your first rodeo.
No.
It was mine. It wasn't yours.
It was the second time I was in Seafield in 2 years.
Oh, okay.
It's a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Though.
It's good. No,
it's all right.
Listen,
it's what you make of it, I guess.
Yeah, you go. I needed it. I was dying.
Of course.
When I got there, I was literally dying. When I got there, I had I'm not exaggerating, a 0.424
dude,
alcohol level, and that was after the drive. So imagine what it was before the 90-minute drive to get there.
Of course, but that's what you don't.
Deadly.
You don't need any extravagant place when the time's right and you're ready to get sober. You're ready to get sober.
I don't care if you go to a
Seafield.
state-funded facility or Passages Malibu. It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that place still in business?
I don't know that fucking place. Jesus Christ! It's come here, get jerked off and massage. You'll get sober.
Yeah.
It's no, I won't. I'm a sex addict too. I'm not gonna fucking get sober. For Christ's sakes, I'm gonna bang your staff and probably get arrested.
But people need to understand though, don't be discouraged when you send a family member to rehab and they come back and they're back at it. Don't be we wasted time. We wasted those 28 days. It was a waste. It's not, because I'm living proof that I needed 10 rehabs. I needed 10 detoxes. Me personally, for me to be desperate enough to listen to what they had to say instead of just making my own rules while I was there. And I finally did it, and I did the steps, which is the only way for me to get sober. And this isn't for everyone. Some people, do it other ways. That's fine. Go for it. Didn't work for me. I tried every other fucking way. The only way that worked for me was the 12 steps.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So, Seth, usually what we like to do is obviously introduce yourself by name, how you know Justin, but give us a little background on where you came from, your childhood, just what it looked like growing up.
I'm the typical Long Island kid from the Five Towns, so not far from here, actually. I grew up in Woodmere, but just the typical Long Island kid who partied and did drugs and drank, and then I crossed the line one day, and it was a wrap from there. I got caught up in the pill thing, and the pills turned to heroin. And
well, how old are you?
I'm going to be 40 in December. So
oh, okay.
I'm 39.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
a
39.
kid. He's still a kid.
Well, compared to
He's
his
young.
old ass.
Yeah, I'm 45.
Yeah.
But that was it. It was pretty typical, man. It really wasn't anything unique. I just got wrapped up in that whole world, and the doctors got arrested, and then I wound up with a needle in my arm.
Yeah.
The pill, because you couldn't get the pills.
Right. But I'd always try to think it's where I came from. It was my circumstances. I didn't have any bad circumstances. I grew up in the Five Towns.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Absolutely.
I grew up with not a silver spoon in my mouth, but I had 2 parents. I had a house. I had everything I needed, and my environment didn't dictate what happened to me.
Right.
No, never does.
On a global standpoint, you grew up in the 1%.
Right.
Top 1%
right.
on Earth.
Of course, absolutely.
We all did. We need to realize that.
But did you do you have any siblings?
No, I'm an only child.
Only child.
Yeah.
So growing up was pretty normal. Everything was fine. When did you have your first drink or drug or anything like that?
Average age 12.
Yep, pretty much.
12, 13.
Just started drinking.
And
it's
so cliche. It's you did it, and then I couldn't wait to do it again.
Do you remember your first one?
I do.
What was it?
Well, okay. So I think I was around 12 or 13. I was on vacation with my family. My cousins who were a little older than me were drinking. I drank. I threw up. I felt like shit, you know, the whole thing. But like, I couldn't wait to do it again.
You couldn't wait to do it again.
I was like, that was awesome.
Everyone's a little different, but it usually ends up with I want to do it again.
And it's like, you mentioned the 12 steps in the big book and stuff like that. Like, I just drank because I liked the way it made me feel.
Right. I didn't. Me too. I hate the taste of it.
Like,
I like the taste of beer.
I didn't give a fuck about like, I want to fit in with this crowd or that crowd. It was just like, I just wanted to not feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, back to that, not feel. Why was that though? Did you have, because again, like these things don't make us a drug addict and alcoholic. Like we are what we are. But when we go through the steps and look back at what you said, like how it made you feel, right? Like you didn't want to feel at that point. There's certain things when you look back on it, as we're growing up as a youth, whether it's tragedy, a youth. Yeah, that's what I said. Whether it's tragedy or anything like that, certain things happen, insecurities and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden we drink, we drug, and we're like, wow, I feel so much better.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, my mom passed away when I was 15.
Okay.
So that was really like a big catalyst for me. Like I played victim a lot.
Were you close? You guys were close?
Yeah, of course.
She's your
I was a
mom.
mama's boy.
But some people.
And I was an only child, so even
Yeah,
worse.
you're
But
close.
I played the victim a lot, and I used that as a card, but it doesn't work forever.
No.
You know, because like, you know, not to sound insensitive or anything, but a lot of fucking people lose parents and go through crazy shit growing up.
Yeah.
And they don't wind up with a needle in their arm and in a 12-step fellowship. They just don't.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. But a lot do.
Yeah, no,
A lot do.
Yeah,
well, because if you don't have any
coping
coping mechanisms, right, and you don't have healthy ways to deal with loss and tragedy and things like that, and that's why all of us are built different. But anything before that first drink where, I don't know, any kind of insecurity or feeling like you don't fit in or not good enough, when you took that first drink and it made you feel like, oh yeah, like a lot of people say, whether it's I've arrived or just like, holy shit, like I could talk to girls, I feel okay, I feel comfortable in my own skin, anything like that or no?
Yeah, it was all of those things.
Yeah.
It was everything. You know, like I always had friends, I always had a girlfriend, whatever. Like I played sports in high school, you know, a popular kid, whatever. But it just made all those things so much easier.
Right, of course. It's like social steroids for me. And then
I went away to college, and all my wisdom, I went to Colorado University in Boulder.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything but do coke and drink and go skiing. So
nice.
I went there to get a degree, and you know, God willing, I didn't have to take student loans out. But my parents pissed away all that money for me to go for 2.5 years, only for me to wind up back here.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's the same shit I did. Graduated like 9 credits short.
Yeah, exactly. I came home. I went to Hofstra.
Yeah.
And I graduated by the skin of my teeth because by the end, like, again, another excuse. My dad got sick. He got cancer at the end when I was getting ready to graduate, and I was barely going to school. And thank God he ended up being okay. He actually passed away about a couple of years ago, but it's okay. But at the time, I used that as another excuse.
Yeah.
Victim.
I don't think we could get, I say that all the time. The victim mentality is poison.
And it was crazy. Like I would write emails to my professors, manipulating them, explaining my circumstances. I would get fake letters from doctors, and I would like sign them, whatever it was, and I would, and like they would pass me.
Of course.
And I graduated, and I went out into the real world with no real idea of like what who I was or what I wanted to do, and like.
But what was your degree
in broadcast journalism?
Me too. Me too. Yeah.
Mine was in marketing.
Yeah.
The broadest shit you could think of.
You're still one credit short.
I always
like, you don't do that. Fix
9.
It. Go fucking finish.
What do I need it for? Why am I going to waste my time going back to school?
Finish what you started, Joseph.
That place sucks. I won't give the education system one bit of my money because it's all fucking corrupt fraud, just like everything else. It's bullshit.
Start something, you finish it, Joseph.
Fuck that. It's a big business that never should have been. They suck dick. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, sure. I thought I was going to be like some political commentator or like sports broadcaster.
Yeah.
But then, you know, like I got out into the real world. It was not for me.
No,
I was trying to climb the corporate ladder. I was working for 2 pretty big radio stations. I wasn't on the air or anything. I was just doing behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
And
jerking off the hosts.
Yeah, exactly. All while doing drugs and, you know, trying to maintain an oxy habit. And
which is a full-time job in itself.
Yeah, exactly. That in itself. It just turns out like when you're doing that, you're not really productive. And I ended up getting fired. And
Of course.
That's when I wound up with a needle in my arm, and the rest was pretty much history.
Yeah. That's what happened to me too. It's like we go to school, and most of us don't know what the fuck we're going to do. So we're just going to school trying to figure it out.
18 years old,
right.
With a laundry list of shit you could choose from. It's like, what do you want to do?
Like, here, let me put you in this environment where it's sunny, like 360 days of the year out west, where there's all the skiing you want. Yeah. And now you don't have the maturity to handle it.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right.
And even coming out of school, I mean, I found out real quick, I don't belong anywhere with an HR department. Absolutely not.
No.
What about me?
No. Yeah,
thank God I don't work for a place with an HR department.
You'd be fine in corporate America.
Yeah, you think I'd be good in corporate America? What about the whole melon issue that happened today? How would HR handle that?
Imagine if Justin ever applied for a job and they found this podcast.
Oh my God. Bro, I applied for a job. I was a salesman at a bunch of places, but this place was
like a boiler room salesman.
Nutrition company. This
Penny
one
stocks.
wasn't. This one wasn't. It was a bunch of
junk
like hipster girls and shit like that, like a bunch of broads wearing like fucking pink and vomit sweaters and shit. It was I shouldn't have been there, but I'm so good on interviews. Like a few weeks later, they gave me like an $8,000 severance package just to leave because I was great on interviews. But the moment I got there, I'm fucking shooting.
We slightly overcommitted by hiring you, Joseph. We're going to give you $8,000 to not work here.
Back.
Please leave. It was great, but we didn't belong in the workforce at that point.
Shot.
No, we couldn't. But that's because our lives were unmanageable.
I didn't know that at the time because I grew up watching movies. I grew up watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, right? So I got my degree. I thought I was going to be Hunter S. Thompson, and I thought I could do drugs and drink, get my journalism degree, become a doctor of journalism, man, and then I could run around like making myself the story. And I did do that. Only thing was, didn't work out like Hunter Thompson. I was just a crazy drunk with a camera running around New York City interviewing the homeless people and sleeping with them under the fucking in the sewers.
I told you.
Well, no, I don't mean sexually. I mean like actually passing out, falling asleep in like the Penn Station like subway area.
You got to do what you got to do to get the story.
And this is a
guys always got to turn into a sexual thing.
This is a safe place to share. You're around friends.
We're in the trust tree.
We're in the trust tree.
First of all, I still have those DVDs that I had. It was back when like video recorders had like little CDs in them and everything. I still have footage of that of like hours of me interviewing homeless people. I haven't looked at it in like 15 years. I would love to fucking look at that again.
We'll put it on our Patreon. bonus content.
It's really good. Like I really get like I'm talking to certifiably insane people for like hours on end while I'm like
certifiably insane. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm like 0.45 alcohol level. Like,
we did that in harmony.
Of course, because
this
like you didn't
now
know.
that I think about it, I might be sitting on fucking gold.
Like
you probably are.
Like bum hunters.
Right.
Oh my God. Do you remember bum hunters?
Bum hunters.
Bum fights.
Yeah,
Were there
bum
both?
fights.
Was there two?
Both.
There was bum fights
And bum hunters?
Bum hunters.
It's crazy.
Classy. I love that shit.
I had
those.
that VHS, the Bum Hunter, on the same VHS that had bum fights and the original CKY videos.
Oh my
Remember
God.
those?
Yeah.
No.
Someone gave me it's what
Calvin
inspired
Klein?
Jackass.
Yeah.
It was original Jackass.
Bam
Bum
Margera
Hunters.
started that shit.
You just triggered a part of my nostalgia brain.
The only one I ever saw was they tied some homeless guy to a pole and
They
put like a crack stem like just out of his reach.
That was the baseline. That's how it started.
And he was freaking out trying to reach for
Oh,
it.
that's so fucked up.
There was a guy he was dressed like the crocodile hunter.
Dude, it's like tying up a zombie and putting brains in front of him.
And then
You can reprise it. You can go to New York City right now and do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the balls that I had with a
zip tie
0.5
homeless
alcohol
people.
It's
level.
not the same city, but we got to look at those tapes, see if we could do anything with them. That's probably hysterical.
I don't know what Carol from HR is going to think about those tapes.
She's not going to give you a job.
No, definitely
Carol!
not. Yeah. But no, Seth, let's go back because when did you meet him in rehab?
October of 2014.
Were you there before me or after me?
I
Same
think
time,
I
maybe.
think I got there before you because I remember you just randomly sat down next to me and started sneezing.
Yeah, I was
one of the-
really dope sick. And if you know,
I'm like, why is this guy sitting next to me sneezing?
Yeah. We're fucking
And then plus everybody in Seafield or whatever rehab, they call it the sea flu. Like everybody got sick.
Right. I mean, I didn't want to get it. I didn't want to get it.
You're just shot. You're right off the street.
course.
Your immune system is shot. You're packed in with however many other people, and you're bound to get sick.
I didn't want,
Absolutely.
but my reason I didn't want to get it is I was dominating on the courts, and I didn't want that to affect my total and utter domination on the basketball court.
Again, what a picture of him like in those shorts with the fucking tag.
No, we got it off, right? Did we get it off?
We got it off after a few games. Because it started hitting my knee a lot, because it was like bang, the alarm thing was hitting my knee. So we kind of ripped it off. Yeah, but
I can see them just like cutting out a square of the shorts.
Every pair has like a small square hole.
I just think it's funny that this guy brings stolen shorts with
hysterical.
the things to rehab.
It's hysterical.
I had everything I owned in a trash bag, dude. Like I didn't.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
And he's like a rich Jew from the Five Towns.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
My parents were.
Yeah. Right.
So let's go back a little bit, real quick. Just take us through like kind of like a timeline of your progression, right? Like you said, you had your first drink at 12. 2014, you went into rehab. That wasn't your first one, but it was your last one, right?
God willing, right?
God willing, exactly. That's why I knocked on wood.
Felt.
Yeah.
Felt,
that was my cock. But no, anyway, the wood table.
Wherever
The
we
wood
can
table.
find wood.
Yeah, exactly. I could find it anytime. No, so could you take us through like a timeline of the progression from that 12-year-old kid that tried his first drink that was like, oh, nice, this feels great. I want to keep doing this.
But threw up and still liked it, which I find fascinating.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because
you get a bad experience and you're like, I want more.
Yeah, because it was a moment of a bad experience followed by like for me anyway, I'll speak for myself, like most unbelievable memories of how I felt, of like that confidence that was in me. I'll fucking throw up. I could get run over by a car, but I want that confidence back. I want that feeling back.
Good.
Yeah, of course. So take us from there to your first stint in rehab, just what the progression looked like and any kind of like big crossroads or anything like that where you saw the warning signs, but you were just like, let's fucking keep going.
Joe loves the crossroads.
Yeah, it was so crazy.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Because I know from then everything was so typical. Like I smoked weed like a fiend. Like I was a big pothead in high school, and like all while still maintaining though. Like I got good grades. I went out. Whatever, party on the weekend.
It was working,
and then it always works until it doesn't. Right. But, and then I went to college. I got out. The pill thing was big. That was like 07 to 09 ish, right? And then like the shit
doctors
hit the fan. All the doctors got arrested, and then literally at that point, because I like I said earlier, like I got fired from both my jobs, right? So I had nothing left. And at that point, my best thinking was like, fuck it, it's pretty bad now. Like, I might as well stick a needle in my arm.
Absolutely. How old are you at this point?
22.
And how long were you on, like, addicted to pills for?
Before that, maybe a few years, like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, but monetarily speaking, it makes sense.
Yeah,
right?
because
pills are expensive.
I
The heroin was much cheaper.
But nobody just jumps the dope.
I graduated from college. I got a bunch of money from family, like for gifts. It was all gone.
Of course.
Like 6 months.
What about your bar mitzvah money?
Not even. I think that paid for part of the college that I ended up like barely finishing. But my next best thinking was to like put a needle in my arm. Which is so crazy.
I mean, how it happened for me was I was addicted to pills, which I want to find out because I always find it fascinating when people realize they're actually addicted, especially guys like us. We've been doing shit our whole lives, and then we stop, and then all of a sudden we're doing these things, and we go to stop, and like, what the fuck is this?
Exactly.
This sucks. And then most of us, it just happens out of desperation.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Well, not just, we go to pick up pills, we can't access them, and it's like, I'm not going through withdrawals, so we had to dope. It's just like the next logical choice. We're not going to sit there sick.
And there I was, like, with my friend who was already doing it, 2 white kids from Long Island pulling up into Bushwick to cop.
Yeah.
Like 2-3 times a day sometimes because we had to do what we had to do to get money. And then all of a sudden, then the arrests start happening because what the hell? Like the cops would just pull you over for just being in the area at the time. Like it's not gentrified like it is now.
You just stand out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
The cops like, why are you in this neighborhood? You're not here to get
this was like
Jamaican
back
beef
in the
patties.
days.
You're obviously here for fucking drugs.
I love Jamaican beef patties.
They are amazing.
They are delicious.
Yeah.
They're very good.
Yeah. Especially on heroin. No,
this was back in the days of like, stop and frisk, Michael Bloomberg, NYPD, but it was just they would just pull you over for being in the area.
Right.
And then the arrest started happening, spend a couple hours in bookings, get out.
That was always fun.
Yeah.
I always liked the
and then they started racking up, and then you get arrested for petty larceny because I got to go to Home Depot to steal or whatever.
That's the thing that you do is you steal stuff and then you return it, right?
Yeah, and then all this started racking up, and then I was like, I'm not going to jail. I better go to rehab or whatever. Like, then
it's a better option.
Yeah, exactly. So the consequences, started coming pretty quickly and immediately as soon as I started putting a needle in my arm,
Right.
because I would start not only stealing from stores, I would steal from home. You know, like, and my own dead mother's jewelry, I would go and take shit out of her jewelry box.
That's where it takes you.
And whatever I had to do. And then my dad got fed up and was like, you got the fuck out of here. So I went to detox for the first time. Didn't take, I thought, I just need 5 days in detox.
That'll
I came
cure
back.
it. Yeah.
Then not long after that, I wound up in my first rehab. It was like a state-ran place out in Brentwood. I think it's Brentwood. I don't know, whatever, but not far. Got high as soon as I got out of there, pretty much, because I just did it because I had that, that ultimatum, like, you can go to rehab, come out, and then you could come live with me again.
Do you remember what you thought, like what went through your head? It's a very, very difficult memory, but like when you got out of rehab and you put a needle in your arm, like what? How long was it after?
Hours.
Now, do you remember what you
like,
thought?
Literally hours.
Do you remember what you thought? Did you think like this is okay, this is cool, this is fine, or like what the fuck? I can't control this.
It was the obsession of control.
Right.
Like, I'm going to control and enjoy.
You're going to use heroin like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman. Pinky up.
Pinky out, like James Bond. Instead of martinis, you're using heroin. Yeah.
Like a gentleman.
Right.
And I was going to control and enjoy it somehow.
So delusional. You were delusional.
Completely full flight from reality.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I mean, that's...
But you believed
that's
it.
That's how I lived. That's how I lived most of my 20s until I wound up in Seafield.
Right.
When I was like 27 at the time.
But it's important that we go through this because for people that are dealing with family members in addiction, like I want the family members to understand, like you genuinely believed that you were going to control, even though it was completely delusional.
I was going to beat the game.
But that's why it's a disease. That's why it's a mental illness disease.
Is not wired fucking correctly.
Right.
Like I can be okay. I can go to rehab. I can stop. Right. It's just like staying stopped is my problem.
Right.
And then once I get out, the hamster wheel starts going.
Right.
And I have no solution to my problem.
Right.
And inevitably, I always go back to it if I don't have a way to deal with it. Right.
But the family members always always think it's because you don't love me enough.
Right.
Like if you loved me enough, you would just stop. And that's just not the case.
Sometimes it's the opposite. It's like they love you too much to the point where they love you to death.
Right.
Yeah.
And like that's where I thank God that my dad kicked me out.
Yeah.
And like gave me that tough love at the time. And then I wound up, sober houses, whatever. I played that game for a while too.
My dad threw a coffee mug at my head before my last rehab. Like he just got so fed up. He just chugged the last bit of his coffee, took the mug from across the room like fucking Peyton Manning. Like I'm talking 18, 20 yards away.
He said, stay out of my beach community, deadbeat. Big Lebowski, remember when he throws the coffee mug?
Yeah, it was like that.
The guilt and
Nailed
shame,
me right in the head.
The guilt and shame keeps us going back too.
Worked,
and like I say all the time, it's like I was 25 when I said I had a problem. It took me another 10 years to realize I wasn't the solution to that said problem. Like that's powerless in my mind. It wasn't like, hey, I'm an alcoholic or addict. It's like, no, I could fix myself.
The big question is always like, well, what is the problem?
Yeah.
Right? And then like I was
the problem.
Right. And I agree to an extent, but I also think that like my lack of power is the problem.
Of course.
Right. And then
and also the delusion that you have the power.
Right, exactly. And I would always try to figure it out.
That's the mental illness.
And like that, I'm so smart. I'm smarter than what all these people are telling me in these treatment centers.
And I won't accept the fact that I'm that some book or steps or some junkie that used to do the same shit that I used to do.
Some asshole would come in to Seafield every 8 o'clock or whatever, and I'm like, this fucking guy.
How the fuck is this asshole going to help me?
Yeah.
Like fuck him. He's probably using when no one's looking.
This guy's taking his time out on in the middle of the week or whatever to come out to West Hampton Beach to talk to a room full of junkies, and I'm not going to believe him.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
But in my head, I was like, these guys are losers, man.
Yeah, but you just that's why timing is everything. And when you're ready, you're ready. When you're ready to listen, your ears open up, and it's like you could have heard the same thing 1,000 times, but all of a sudden it fucking hits. You know what I mean? And you're like, wait a minute, what's going on?
That's why I really think it's like divine. It's like really a divine moment. Like it really can't be described in words because I've always been put to that place of desperation a million times where it's like, what are you willing to do? I'll do anything.
For a short amount of time.
God opens that door, But it doesn't mean that's it. That God doesn't do the work for you.
No.
God opens a door.
Gives you the opportunity.
Right. You got to go through that door and you got to put the work in.
Yeah, and I say that all the time. You have to jump in both feet because we have those moments of desperation. We just don't realize how quickly that window closes, and we're just back at the same starting point.
And I remember, like, when I got out of Seafield, like a good junkie, I had my dope dealer holding down my car while I was in there because I was like, oh, this will be good. Like, when I get out, if I want something, he'll just have to fucking give it to me because I have that leverage over him. Like, dude, I just gave you my car for a month. And I got out and I got it back from him. And he's like, oh, I got something for you. And I said no. And I don't fucking know why or what made me do that.
Probably because I was in there with you.
So that was the last one,
probably,
right?
Yeah, it was probably me.
That was the last one, right? The last rehab you went to. Yeah. So the first one you just described, right? And you went to a couple more after that. Like, what happened in that progression down the way, going to those other rehabs, getting to that rehab where your mind was open a little bit, even though you had some reservations, right? What were some of the seeds that were planted that stuck that time? Like, what was different about that time?
Once you're in that program environment, it kind of fucks it up for you in general.
Yeah. It's never the same.
It's definitely never the same, but...
Which is a good thing.
I think it really... I don't even know if it was a progression. It was just more of like the same shit over and over and over again. Yeah. Right? Define insanity, right? That's the name of the show.
That's
but like,
the name.
I don't think that that's the definition of insanity is like doing the same thing over and expecting different results. I think the definition is like doing the same thing and knowing exactly what the fuck is going to happen.
Yes.
I'm still doing it.
I can't agree more.
Just like, fuck it. Like, I don't care.
Because I can't agree more. I would say that all the time because like what we really like are working towards is certainty in an uncertain environment. So like even if it's certain destruction, chaos, I know what I'm getting myself into, and I do it anyway. It's fucking crazy. Yeah.
And that's why it wasn't even a progression. It was just like more of, okay, I'm just going to go back to doing this. I'm probably going to wind up homeless again. I'm probably going to wind up sleeping in the back of my car. Like I was living in the back of a 2-door Toyota Echo with no fucking back window because one day I was panhandling at the gas station and I locked my keys in the car. And I took the fucking the squeegee thing that you like clean your windshield.
Did you do the back corner window?
And I fucking just broke the window.
You didn't break the back corner? Same thing happened to me. I used my Mitsubishi Galant. I did the back corner.
The back corner.
So how long did you live in your car? And is it as fun as it sounds?
No, it's horrible.
Yeah, I lived in my car for a week. It sucked.
It was better than, I guess, on the street.
Of course, you had a car. My buddy used to stay in an ATM vestibule. That's fucking. That's
warm.
Smart. He kept his ATM card even though there was nothing on it.
Where'd you shower?
Shower?
Yeah.
Oh, I would shower at my drug dealer's house. Like I would sneak a shower because I would be like, dude, can I just go do this in your bathroom?
Where did you do your skincare routine?
Oh my God, he's straight? We didn't know that.
Wait, you don't have a skincare routine?
A 2.5 hour skincare?
While you're deep in heroin addiction,
you don't massage your face?
Christian Bale, American Psycho.
Yeah, exactly. You don't massage your face with fucking Tibetan semen fucking for 2.5 hours
I don't use Tibetan semen anymore.
Yeah.
Okay? Very hard to get nowadays.
I know. Panamanian? Is that it now? No. So, but, that's what's crazy is that I love that you said that because, they say define insanity like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Well, that's Albert Einstein.
No, I know, but I'm just saying in general, a lot of people say they even say it in the rooms all the time. But it's like, I know, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Albert Einstein,
I don't
Joseph.
I don't care. The point is that fucking
I'm saying Einstein was wrong.
Yeah. People say it all the time in the rooms, but it's like we knew exactly what we were getting into over and over again, and we still did it. So after crashing into that wall 100 miles an hour over and over again, what was different about that last rehab? Like, what happened?
I think it was just that I had no more answers, right? Like, I think I'm a smart person, probably too smart for my own good sometimes, and I think that I always have an answer to something. Even if it's wrong, like, I'm going to try to convince you that I'm right.
So you could say that maybe you were a little inspired by my 3-point shooting in the rehab?
Oh my God!
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well,
exactly.
then we get to the bottom of it. All right, that's good.
Of course. I actually did. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But I do think that like I just had nothing left, dude. Like I had no more answers to anything. I always like would try to say, no, I'm going to do this or that. My plan. I just had no more plan, and I was just going to listen.
But when you got out and your drug dealer had your car, and he says like, I got this bag for you. Like, what went through your head?
I didn't even. It was just no. Like I didn't even.
Did you
think,
know
like,
you were going to say no like before it happened?
Yeah.
Like you knew what was you were walking out of. Did you tell me about this? 'Cause I don't remember.
No,
Did
I
you
don't
say
think
like?
so. I know we were hanging out a lot.
We were hanging a lot.
You went in there with a reservation, and something happened during that rehab. Obviously, you were hungry to get sober. You were tired, but you said you went in there with a reservation because you let them hold your car, right? So, is there anything in that rehab, whether it was a guy coming from outside, girl, whatever, with a message, or something that clicked where you were like, "Fuck," and it started snowballing into this belief that you could do it?
The group of people we were with.
Sure.
At the time.
We had a fucking good group.
Little tight knit group.
George was awesome. Remember old George? Yeah.
Laughing, having a good time, feeling like this is
and
life.
I was like, these are guys I could hang out with, and we're sober, and then I can go do that outside at first. That's all I really needed was some sort of
there was I think Alex,
camaraderie or fellowship or whatever.
So hard to remember their names. I just remember faces. I remember George's name, but like there's other people I remember that just their faces.
In the morning when you'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. But you get back to that, what you said was fellowship.
Like we had a good time sober.
Yeah, but
that's part of it too.
But that's the thing. You have you get into this community, and at first I thought if I got sober, I was going to turn into this fucking dud.
Exactly.
And this loser. And I was just no fun, no laughs.
Yep.
But I forgot the last 5 years, I wouldn't even listen to music, just news radio because how it made me feel.
I'm worried about what am I going to be able to drink at my fucking wedding? Like, no woman could stand to be near me, bro. Like, I'm worried about what if I'm going to be able to have a glass of champagne at my
exactly.
wedding.
But that's the kind of shit that fucks us up. Then we go there, and obviously the first few days are shitty, but all of a sudden we kind of let go and just be present in the moment, and you start laughing. Music sounds different.
That's what it was for me.
But that's important. Yeah.
We started laughing, and that's the seeds that were planted in the rehab I was with you. Was like I realized I could have fun without drugs and alcohol.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, it was in that bubble, and for me, once I left that bubble, that was it. You know, but for that took me a lot of time.
I'm always great. I'm a model rehab citizen.
Oh, yeah.
What was I got elected something. What was I?
Oh, nice.
You were elected something. And then we had one.
Mayor, but then I lost.
Right. No, we pushed. I was lobbying for him. I remember I was campaigning for Seth. That's great. Yeah, I was going around. You going to vote for Seth? You going to vote for Seth?
So then I was like the sergeant at arms.
You were some.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Something like that.
But, so you leave, right? So things are different. You're paying attention there. You're having fun. You have the community. You leave. Your drug dealer offers you that. You say no. And then what was different about that? Like, what'd you do after that last rehab that you're still sober today?
I just had this window of I guess the gift of desperation, whatever you want to call it, that I just jumped through, man. And
you were going to meetings a lot.
Yeah,
I remember I used to meet up with you in Riverhead.
I was hitting meetings, which I had been to 1,000 meetings before that, outside of rehabs and stuff. But I just wanted to listen to what these people actually had to say, because I always kind of just loitered in 12-step fellowships. Yeah. I kind of hung out, or I would go and smoke cigarettes outside, or meet up with a girl, or go get a free piece of cake at an anniversary.
Yeah, you're checking the box
and leave.
I remember going to meetings in Riverhead when I got out of that rehab, my first rehab. I remember because you went to that meeting. Right, it was
more Blue Point.
Whatever it was out east. One of these meetings that he went to, and I remember seeing him, and I remember seeing something different in him, just a calm, quiet confidence.
Yeah, that's what you get when you're sober and you do the work.
He was sitting there. I have a mental image of him sitting on a table, just
sit on my little perch. In the
you
corner.
were sitting, and you just had this calm, a weight was lifted, completely different than when you were in rehab, right? I didn't have that. I wanted that, right? I wasn't willing to do anything about it. I thought it was awesome, but I was still, smoking weed and drinking and doing it secretly, and so there was nothing, there was no action I was willing to take at that point. But I remember seeing you and knowing, he got it.
Yeah, I was in that very same meeting. When I first got out of rehab, and they read something out of the book I shared. I don't even remember what the hell I said, but somebody came up to me after and related something I said into the book, and he was like, "This is exactly what you said." Basically, I asked that same person to help me, because I'd never, people were he was like, "Well, how long have you been coming around?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "I've been in and out of AA and whatever else for years now." He's like, "Then why the fuck do you go to a 12-step fellowship if you don't do the 12 steps?" And that kind of hit me, and I respected it, because I am a straight shooter, and I just want somebody to tell me like it is. Like I need somebody to like call me out of my shit.
Yep.
Why
Don't
are you here?
sugarcoat it?
Yeah. Like what are you doing here?
Right.
It's like, you know, going to the gym, looking at the weights, and expecting to get bigger, whatever.
Right.
But I asked him to help me, and we started reading, man, and like I actually like doing the work instead of just kind of loitering.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember actually, I called you once. Like after I saw you in a meeting, and I was in a parking lot in a 7-Eleven. I just picked up a 12-pack, right? Because I was going through this phase where if I only drink beer, I'd still sober, right? Because I'm not drinking vodka. And I had like maybe a 25-minute conversation with you on the phone about how awesome it is being sober, right? And during that conversation, I'm not exaggerating, I drank about 7 beers. During that, talking about how nice it is being sober. I was so delusional at that time. I was calling you about how nice it is to be sober in a 25-minute call where I finished 7 beers during that conversation while driving, in a parking lot, and then driving while still. And I called that sober because I wasn't chugging vodka. Isn't that's just insane?
Well, it's like the same shit I would think. I would think like as long as I don't shoot heroin, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because if I put this in my body, I get sick. And when I get sick, I commit crimes to get what I need. So as long as I don't do that, I'll be fine.
Yeah, right.
I could still drink. I could still smoke weed. I could still do blow here and there at the bar, whatever,
right.
and be good.
Right. Yeah. Just we justify.
Yeah.
We lie, justify, we hide. That's the buddy in our men's group that we're part of says that all the time. We're liars, hiders, and justifiers. And it's like, been doing it my whole life. So I deal with that 100%.
Yeah.
But that last rehab coming out and kind of like, again, and those are the things I look at because we all have them. We all have those seeds that are planted. It's just like building a snowball because at first we don't think it could be for us. And then all of a sudden we start to build a little bit of momentum. And somebody says something that clicks for some reason, if we heard it 1,000 times. And then we take a little action towards something, our life changes a little bit.
And for me, it was happens. You. It was actually you, Joe, when I got out of the rehab. And you that last rehab that I was in 7 years ago, and you said to me, okay, so this is the window that I was talking about, because I was really motivated. I really wanted to get sober, but I was in so much pain emotionally. I was just so broken emotionally. I fucking wanted to die, right? I'm just coming off a suicide attempt about 27 days earlier, right? Or 25 days earlier. I'm out of rehab, and you say, okay, you got this window here. This isn't going to last. Okay, you really want it right now, but that's not going to last forever. You need to take action now. Do you want me to be your sponsor? That's what I say yes. I say, okay. So you're going to, I forgot exactly what you said, but you come to a meeting every day. I went to one meeting, to sometimes 2 meetings a day, dropped everything in my life, and then we started reading, going through the steps, and doing I took every suggestion, sharing in every meeting. It doesn't matter how embarrassing I looked, sharing the same shit in back-to-back meetings with the same people. I didn't care. Because nothing mattered except for getting sober. So it really was you telling me this, because the window is what related. You have to find something that I could relate to, and you did. I saw that little window, and I knew, because I've been to 10 rehabs and countless detoxes, that I've had that motivation when I got out plenty of times, but I never did anything about it, and it faded. I just relaxed and said, all I got to do is not drink the first drink, and I'm good. And sometimes that works, but I was never happy. I was a dry drunk. I was miserable, and eventually the tipping point hit, and I started using it again a lot of times.
Well, that's what happens to most people. It's like that moment of desperation we get is it's just based on action. That window becomes bigger and bigger depending on how much you're willing to do. So, like when you got out, you were fucking.
I was all in.
You were all in
at that time, but it's like you said, it's like alcohol, it's like drugs, it wears off.
Right.
So you got to act on it at the time.
Yeah.
And then I had that little window where I took action, and the rest was history. That was, God willing, 12 years in October.
Oh,
and everything becomes easier
that's
too.
Sick.
Once I set the tone of sharing in every meeting and not caring about what I sounded like when I shared, not trying to impress people, not trying to make myself look cool while I share. Oh, that was cool. Like once I dropped all of that ego shit and just started sharing in every meeting and being honest and doing the work, it just, for like the first 2 or 3 weeks of doing that, it just became second nature. And then it just became easy to do for the whole, every time I went to a meeting, it's just what I did, It's
so
just amazing.
So like what now, and it's going on 12 years. That's amazing. Congratulations. But
I got a lot going on. Maybe I'll make it to October.
Well, now you got kids.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, A minimal percentage is about putting down the drink and the drug. I mean, that's very
it's the
important.
Tip of the iceberg,
yeah,
right.
But shit, this is about change, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
spiritual change.
All of a sudden, like life gets really hard because we have to literally deal with life on life's terms, and without the only coping mechanism we know, which is drugs and alcohol and running for our life. But so you're in this program, you're doing so many new things, but I'm sure things came up along the way.
Obstacles, challenges.
Yeah.
I mean, at first it was fun. Like, I didn't have much going on in life. I was living in a sober house again, working overnight at a grocery store. I had my shitty little car that I would drive to, pack full of guys at night. It was much simpler time. Go to a meeting and
Absolutely.
and
Right.
go anywhere from like Riverhead to fucking Queens.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have much going on. I'd go to outpatient during the day.
But that was the main thing.
That was it.
Recovery.
Pass my little drug test every
Yeah.
couple of weeks. But as time went on, you start to get those things that you prayed for, whether it be a marriage, kids, a house, the job, whatever. And death happens, and great things happen, and tragic things happen.
Oh yeah, your father died.
My father passed away 2
had
years
kids.
ago. He had a girlfriend that committed suicide in when I was sober. A lot of shit, man. People dying, overdoses, the overdoses that we were in the rooms with, friends.
Yeah.
Everything.
We lost a few
everything.
from the rehab we were
Getting
in.
married,
Yeah.
having 2 kids, buying a house, renovating a house, which is the most I do not
Stressful.
recommend.
Yeah.
It's the most stressful thing I've ever experienced, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, because even the good things are still stressors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, like for me, I know it was I would always like have that fear of like getting these things and then finally having them, and I still live like that today. Like I have them and now I'm scared to fuck it up. And I'm like, am I doing
Yes.
enough? It's like it's such a double-edged sword.
Well, it's hard because you get like a second chance of life and you just want to do the best you can. And I say it all the time. Like sometimes I want to be a good man so bad it hurts. And I fucking come down on myself a lot. And I don't learn to just like appreciate or just be grateful for the fact that I'm fucking still alive. I'm playing with house money.
Exactly.
So even the
Right.
good things come up and it's like, yeah, you're right. I have this constant fear that like I'm going to be found out or like imposter syndrome and like fucking I'm a fraud. Like this isn't real. This isn't real. Sooner or later I'm going to fuck this
It's like
up.
a house of cards.
Yeah, exactly. The other shoe's going to drop. Like I obviously do a lot of work to not think like that, and
I try.
Yeah, and it still comes up, and that's why I'm glad I'm around a lot of men who've been in the program for a while and share honestly. So I get to see them talking about real stuff and not making like they're at the pinnacle of recovery and they're all good. They're still talking like psychopaths, which makes me feel better about myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the past couple of years have been out of control. Between my father dying, he had esophageal cancer.
Oh,
he got diagnosed on like December 2nd or 3rd. He was dead on the 21st. So pretty
So
fucking
that's
quick.
fast.
I had a daughter. I had my wife lost her job shortly after he passed away. She got let go. Fortunately, I was in a position because of the work I've done, like to not have her go back right away. And then I just had my son in April, and now I tore basically my whole house down, and I'm building a new one. So there's a lot, and I'm living with my in-laws, with my 2 kids, my wife, and a dog.
God bless you.
And you also create memes.
And fuck the town of Islip, by the way.
What about this meme thing?
Memes?
Yeah. He's a meme creator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a lot of memes you see circulating on the internet.
Yeah. Well,
Like
is
he
that
made
your line of work?
created them.
It is my sideline of work.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. No, that's awesome. When did you start
I
that?
use a lot of his memes. Yeah.
Yeah. So my friends and I,
He's a meme
It's
smith.
a weird backstory. So like, there's an account I run on Instagram called Bill Wilson. Though, back in the day on Facebook, the inspiration came from a weird page. It was called Bill Nye, though, like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
Like we know who that is.
Yeah.
So it was an account that would just post weird statuses about science, like, yo, the mitochondria or the nucleus is the powerhouse of the cell, and I think that's cool as fuck. Like, it would just be weird statuses like that.
The
It is
mitochondria.
cool.
So I was like,
is the mitochondria the powerhouse?
Is it mitochondria or the nucleus?
I have to look into
I believe
it.
it's the mitochondria. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the powerhouse of the cell.
Maybe the nucleus.
Oh, I'm Jeopardy smart. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's the mitochondria.
I watched Osmosis Jones. What is it?
I don't know even. I
Osmosis.
don't even understand any of the words you
Osmosis.
just
Yeah,
said. Okay.
osmosis. Yeah.
So he would post these statuses, and I was like, oh, that would be funny if I did it like under the pseudonym Bill Wilson, though.
Right.
And like did recovery.
I remember
shit like
that,
that. Like,
yeah.
and it would just be at first like little statuses, like whatever. I would take big book quotes and make them funny, whatever it was. And then we started getting into memes. And my buddy Tim, who I met on Facebook, who runs Dank Recovery Memes. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah.
That
I remember
page.
all this shit. Before I get kicked off of Facebook.
I sent him something I made, and he posted it on Dank Recovery Memes, which I didn't even know existed. I thought I had this great idea, like I'm going to make recovery memes, and it's going to be fucking unique, until I found that, and it was like way bigger than what I was trying to do, and I was like, oh shit, let me send them this. And it was the Drake like pointing meme where he was like, he like puts one finger up here, he's like something and nod at another, right? Exactly. And he was doing like, he was like pointing at the big book and like doing the nod to the NA basic text, because we would shit on NA a lot.
NA is a different breed.
It is a different
nothing
breed.
Against it.
Nothing against
different breed.
it. Just not for me. Let's just put it that way. And then I sent him that, and then I just started pumping out these memes. Just started making them like every day.
Oh, dude, how long ago was that?
How'd you make money off of that?
I didn't make money off of it.
10 years ago you started?
How you just like did it because you like for the love of the game.
It was just funny.
You know?
That's how you make money off it.
I have a very fucked up, dark sense of humor, and it was
too.
it was the only way that I can like find. Like, I found joy sometimes in sobriety, and it made a lot of people mad.
Right.
I didn't really fucking
That's the
care.
best part.
Yeah, that was the best part for me.
People don't know how to fucking laugh at themselves. And I don't understand it in recovery because...
They would get all uptight, dude. Like,
I'd love that.
Yeah.
We're fucking shooting puddle water, and all of a sudden we're all
like,
aristocrats.
You care about
Shut the fuck up.
Joke, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
dude,
cursing
I miss the times where we could all make fun of each other.
You go too
and
hard.
we all like laugh at each other. Like, oh, it's okay.
They would be like, oh, you go too hard on Suboxone. You make fun of this. You make fun of Narcotics Anonymous. You do like, I don't
Chill
care.
the fuck out.
Let me see one of these memes. Can I see one? Yeah, this is fucking great.
No, I send you a bunch of them.
I like it even more that fucking people are such cunts.
Yeah.
Like fucking... You want to tell? Read Rule 62 if you want to bitch about. Read Rule 62 if you want to bitch about
from the big book?
Being too serious. Yeah. Don't take yourself too seriously, you cunts. Shut up.
It's a great point.
We got fucking sober. I don't get that, how we get sober and all of a sudden we're like, oh, everybody's just such a model.
You're the arbiter of what's funny and what's not.
You were blowing people behind Rite Aid fucking 10 minutes ago. Relax.
Could you imagine if Mel Brooks came out with movies today? It wouldn't even nothing. It would be horrible.
Oh, this is great.
It's going to be horrible.
Yeah, this is great.
Bad?
It's going to be horrible.
Yeah, this one, it almost looks like...
it can't be as good.
In today's culture, with, come on.
So look, this one is like...
Look what they did to Jimmy Kimmel.
Shut the fuck up for a second. This one is fucking Chucky with a haircut with a sideline, and it says what a side part
like
in
a
it.
Fuckboy haircut.
Yeah, and it says lesbians eyeing your girl from across the NA room meeting. That's great. This resembles Justin a little bit.
I just made this one the other day. It's that guy who like goes out in the wilderness to reel, and it's like about
Bear Grylls.
It says when the plug says he's 5 minutes away. The plug says he's 5 minutes away.
I am on a remote island on the edge of the Gulf of Alaska at the very top of the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, we've all been in that situation.
Of course. I don't.
I'll be there in 5 minutes, bro. I've been sitting here for an hour and a half, dude.
Oh my
Where the
God.
fuck are you?
Yo, that's...
No, but that's pretty cool that you're doing that. I mean, that you create these things.
He started this 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was more on Facebook at first, and then we shifted to Instagram because I started getting banned a lot.
Hey.
Yeah, but he came back. He kept coming back with like new
I kept
names.
coming back, but then they eventually got my main account.
They got me. They got me, and I said, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
They still have all my photos.
But I still don't understand how he hasn't got reinstated. This was years ago.
Well, if I try to sign up with my email, they say you're not allowed.
Why don't you just create another email?
I did, but if I guess for my HTTP address,
your IP address.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Whatever. And
you need like a fucking VPN or something.
Yeah, but my account gets canceled in like 48 hours. Within 48 hours.
Yo, that's crazy. You would think he's a fucking terrorist.
Yeah.
What is wrong with this world?
Ridiculous.
At least it's not Europe where people are getting arrested.
Especially now.
At least you're not in London where you're getting arrested for a tweet.
Oh my God,
that's true.
I would just be taking pictures of my open asshole.
I would have been
I
arrested.
kind of want to go to test it out.
I would have been arrested.
No way.
If this was England, I would have been arrested.
Yeah, of course.
I should have did. Which is not bad.
Me too.
I didn't do anything bad.
No, you didn't do anything bad. They let fucking people out who have multiple, like a bunch of records.
I see people getting shot on Facebook.
Yeah.
Right.
People have multiple records, have been in and out of jail, and they were letting them out, and they're arresting people for fucking
There's people
Facebook
making like
posts.
faces of death videos live on Facebook, and that's okay. But I make one comment about like, COVID vaccine masks or whatever that goes against the official narrative, and I'm banned for life. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Ridiculous.
So you've been doing that for 10 years, right? And that's like your side. Did you ever make any money off it or no?
No.
But it's just, it's fun.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point.
It was just pure, it was pure joy, honestly. Like we would search for images. It was me and a few friends at first, but then everybody kind of fell off, and I was like emerged as the one who just kept it going.
It's fun when you randomly on the internet you see someone use your meme too.
I always wanted to do like comedy, but I can't do stand up like you. So I was just like, I can write jokes on paper.
Yeah, but that's great.
Not paper, digital pictures.
Yeah, but that's great. I mean, that's what's cool about the internet. It's like,
could you imagine that's the future of stand-up? It's just people going up on stage and showing their memes.
Well, comedy,
that might
that could be a routine.
But I know. Comedy is has so many different faces now.
Yeah.
And it's just about making people laugh for a second and get away from the bullshit they deal with on a day-to-day. And that's why I get so fucking...
I know. I even put in the bio, if this content offends you, I don't care.
Yeah. Right. I wanted to make a shirt when all that shit was going on that says, I'm offended, you're offended.
Right.
Because it's just like, and my thing, that's why I freak out about people in AA, because my thing always was like, people that don't know how to laugh at themselves have never been through dark times.
I have been accused of killing people with my memes. I was like, I don't think I have that kind of power.
Those people are retarded. I don't understand.
Killer memes.
Yeah. I don't understand.
No, that's why I got kicked off. I was kicked off for dangerous misinformation.
I don't think words equate to violence. So,
no, and especially AA and NA people who know that, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, shut up.
If you go get high because you saw a picture with some words on it that upset you, then...
Oh, my God.
You were going to...
There's something else going on.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. In my opinion...
Blaming on a meme.
You probably deserve it.
Right.
Yeah, my opinion is, like, we came in a bunch of soft victim bitches. And, like, the idea is, like, get some security and confidence and some balls through this process.
Right.
It's like, we're spiritual, but at the same time, give me a fucking break. Laugh a little bit. Like, no one controls.
Oh, you should see some of the hate messages.
It's okay to laugh. It's okay to laugh at yourself. It's okay to get made fun of. You guys call me a gay, dick sucker like 9 times in a fucking episode. It's okay. I know I'm not one. I know that I like vaginas.
You should play like Tony Hinchcliffe on Kill Tony and like pretend like you are. Like, it's like ambiguous.
Yeah. He said that so
call him
confidently.
gay all the time.
Oh my God. I love the guys who like don't tell you yes or no. They just play
That's
along
what's so
with it.
funny
Yeah,
about
of
it.
course.
Well, it's a delicate line too because I have gay friends. So I don't want to make it seem like
it's
a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing.
No, I get it.
The ambiguously gay duo.
Yeah. Well, that's Ace and Gary. Gary and Ace. Yeah. That's from SNL. The ambiguously gay
when SNL was funny.
I know. They still have some good stuff, but in general,
I just watched the best of Chris Farley on Peacock. By the way, if you haven't seen this,
so good.
Fucking
so good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's on Peacock. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do another subscription though.
Sounds gay.
Yeah, it is.
Peacock is really gay. It sounds gay. Right? Peacock.
Yeah, especially coming out of your coming out of your mouth.
I always thought cocktails was a little gay too. Like, you want a cocktail? Like, a guy asks you for cocktails.
Yeah.
You want to come to my house for cocktails?
No, I'll have a
Why don't we
drink.
just call them drinks?
Yeah,
I'd rather not. Me, you going back to your house for cocktails.
Yeah. Who's the cock?
Right.
Who's the tail?
Right.
Yeah.
I had this friend Red. I love him, dude. I haven't seen him in years, but he used to always say that. Let's go back to my house and have some cocktails.
He was trying to fuck
Yeah,
you.
no, he wasn't. He had a wife. He was.
What does that mean?
We went fishing once.
There you go.
And we didn't catch any fish, but we bought really cool bait squid, and we ended up just cooking like the leftover bait. We gutted it, and we cooked the squid,
gross.
and we fried it up. It was we were drunk.
You
as
were
fuck.
drunk, yeah.
We ate the bait. We were such failed fishermen. We cooked and fried and battered the bait and fucking ate it.
That's disgusting.
It's a true story. Red, if you're out there, love you, bro.
So, dude, that's awesome. So, from that point, obviously, your life is full, right?
Very too full.
Especially now, right?
Yeah.
But how do you kind of like manage all these things at this point? I mean, you have a good amount of recovery. Obviously, no trajectory in recovery is straight up. We have our ebbs and flows and ups and downs, and that's what helps us grow as a human, right? The struggles itself.
Right.
And that's why they say the first step's the only one we have to do perfectly, because if we get through those struggles, there's always something on the other end of it, some kind of growth, some kind of learning that we go through for ourselves, for others, and just whatever. So where are you now in life, especially with all these things going on?
I mean, like you said, it ebbs and flows. I've had my periods where I've had kind of like 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and I was miserable.
Right.
You know, because the only solution I know is to either sit and I don't have any balance. Like I'm a junkie, I'm an alcoholic. My brain is either everything is fucking amazing or everything is horrible.
Right.
There is no happy medium.
Yeah.
Right.
And I had that period along, like, you know, usually it was like COVID time, like where I was like, you know, there's no meetings, couldn't do the Zoom thing. And then I kind of stayed that way for a couple of years, actually, where I was kind of stagnant.
You were about 4 years sober during COVID. You were about 4 years sober during COVID.
14,
No, 46.
like 6, like 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. But I kind of stayed that way, stagnant for a while until I moved out of I was living with my in-laws before I got married. And we were saving money to buy a house, so we finally bought a house. And when I moved, I started getting into a home group that I go to out in East Northport. And I started going and I started like flirting with it again, putting my toe in the shallow end of the pool. And I found a new sponsor out there, did the work again. And
little refresher course.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you had a new experience.
Yeah, because I was going to drink. Like there was no question about it. Like
Nice.
I was heading, or either that, or I was just going to sit and be miserable like I was, which was worse.
Which is worse.
Yeah.
It's
Way
worse.
Way
And
worse.
that's why you always hear the same thing.
Yeah.
The same thing.
So
least with the drinking, you get a
I just
moment
dove,
of
and then
relief.
eventually after tipping my, putting my toe in the shallow end, I dove all the way in again, and life's been a lot better. Since.
And now your program, what's your program look like now?
It's hard because now with my circumstances of living with my in-laws and everything like that, and work, 2 kids, a wife, I get to like maybe 1-2 meetings a week. I sometimes go on Sundays to do an H&I with my sponsor. That's really it, Like I go
H&I
to
is hope and inspiration.
hospitals and institutions.
Oh, okay.
Close though.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's a great commitment.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I stay close. I don't really. I call them every Tuesday. The phone and everything like that. But prayer, meditation, all that stuff that keeps me kind of grounded and like self-reflection at night. And that's that. I've been like pretty regimented with it.
Your wife
like,
has seen both sides, though.
My wife is in recovery.
Right, and
Really?
but has she seen you in active addiction?
No,
So she
I met
hasn't
her
seen
in
that
sobriety.
side. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I met her sober.
Your kids have never seen you like
A gift
that.
and a
your wife?
curse having somebody in the program
Oh,
because she
yeah.
knows when I'm fucking
Yeah.
up, and she'll be like,
You gotta call your
get
sponsor.
to a
Yeah,
fight."
No,
you
that's
gotta
a
get-
gift. That's a gift.
You got to
gift.
do
Yeah,
something.
of course.
Did you
Yeah.
pray? Did you meditate? I'm like,
That's a-
fuck
God
you.
forbid you
I
say
don't-
that to her.
It's a massive
Yeah.
gift.
Yeah, no, of course it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Of course
but
it is.
I have 2
Still
children,
hard,
and,
yeah.
2 children now. It's a whole different ball game.
Well, it's a blessing, and God is great. It's
Yeah.
just like it's almost you gotta like sit back sometimes because I'll get frustrated and overwhelmed very quickly because life does get full, and we have this energy, and we have these ideas, and we have these things we want to accomplish, and all this stuff, and it's hard to keep balance. I'm the same way. I say it all the time. I go from one extreme to the other. I like wave at balance on the way, and I just had some crossroads that happened in my life, and a lot of shit going on. It's just I go to such a dark place,
Yep,
man.
the worst.
I go to such a dark place.
Like with I'm renovating my house right now, right? And it's like I'm ready to put the walls up. But if you guys know construction, like they have to come in and they have to inspect it. So I'm at the mercy of the town.
Ugh,
and
regulations.
Yeah, I know. I fucking hate
Bullshit.
it. It goes against everything I believe
Government
in. Like,
stay
why
the
do I
fuck
have to,
out of my
why do I have
house.
to ask permission to do shit?
No,
on
it's
my own
bullshit. The
property?
government does not need to fucking be
I know.
involved in my
It's-
fucking house.
It's insane.
Right.
But I had a structural inspection the other day, and this guy had questions that I need my architect to answer. So I'm like waiting on this thing, and like automatically I go to the worst possible scenarios. They're gonna make me tear it down and rebuild it. And I'm
Absolutely.
I'm never gonna get back in there.
Right.
Instead, it's probably like something fairly reasonable to work out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but I do the same thing. Right away, I go to the worst.
Yeah.
The worst. And then I'm like ridden with anxiety. I'm like mean to people. It's horrible. So I really at least I'm aware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, 100%. And that awareness comes at a price because if I'm just aware about those things, it's like that could kill my spirit just because I'm aware of it. And I can't do a lot of
Yeah, but what
times
the
I have
fuck are
to
you gonna do about
Yeah,
it?
exactly. So I have to give it to God because I could be aware of it, but it's like God, because again, same thing. In that moment, I think I could control the uncontrollable.
It's out of my hands because
Yeah,
this guy, they're
absolutely.
talking to me like, oh, the joist here with the blocking. I'm like, you might as well be speaking Chinese
Yeah.
to me,
Right.
bro. Like, you guys are the professionals.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
fucking handle it.
Tell me what I need to
but
do.
the day before that, I'm like putting my plans into ChatGPT. I'm like asking it questions like, how do I do A, B, and C? And I'm trying to email the inspector. And I'm like, I just got to fucking let it go.
Let go. Yeah. That's why that term.
And I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, that has always been my thing, and that's what's funny because even in the moment, I'll get my friends. Thank God I have friends that call me out on my bullshit, like you were talking about before. They don't tell me what I want to hear. They tell me what's really going on.
Yeah.
Even if I don't want to hear it at that point, when I switch it around in my brain, I realize the reason why I got angry or upset is because it's true, right? But
that's what he's talking about, the blessing and the curse, but it's really all a blessing.
Yeah, but I need somebody to interject because I see myself through broken glasses, right? And again, that lack of control is my dilemma, but for some reason, the bigger dilemma is the fact that I have this mentality where I still believe I can control it sometimes, and it just it throws my whole life off. It's going to happen forever. Like I talk to people because I'm like, oh shit, is this going to last forever? Of course, I'm a human, so I'm going to go through these points, and I just hope that the frequency in which it comes up, that insecurity and that feeling, becomes less in duration which it lasts. But
not forever, just as long as you're in this body as a human.
Yeah.
Well, people need to understand that this life is just a blink in our existence.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is.
But again,
we just don't get it. That's the gift God gives us.
It's all a simulation.
Well, it could be. But that's the gift God gives us is this amnesia. And we don't know what we did before we were born, but we existed. Our consciousness existed.
I have to check
before we were
myself.
born.
It's like, dude, you were fucking sleeping in the back of a car with no window.
Right.
You're building a house. Like, what the fuck are you... Like, I get so stressed that it manifests physically.
Exactly. I'll get sick from it.
And
like physically sick.
In a blink of an eye, you're going to be on your deathbed.
Yeah.
It's life goes so fast, and then the rest, and still just a blink, because this life is a dream.
Yeah, but that was my point. Is like in the moment, like it feels like everything's crashing down. But what's funny is I could 1 week, all the same circumstances, and want to kill myself, want to just run, book a fucking trip to
Australia. Throw it out of proportion.
Yeah, turn my fucking lights off, pull the blinds down, turn the phone off. And then the next week, if I do things, right? Somebody calls me on my bullshit, I start putting action, I start praying harder. And sometimes I have to be like, none of this matters. Like I didn't have anything. So and then the next week, it's like, I'm a totally different person, but nothing's changed. My outside circumstance is exactly the same. I just have a different perspective.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
wild.
The best way I could describe it to anybody who goes through shit like that. And like, especially recovery, it's like today, like after doing work or whatever, like in program, the best way, like I describe the spiritual experience or the psychic change or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's just like, I don't think it's a good idea to deal with problems with drugs and alcohol anymore. I just don't think it's a good idea anymore. Yeah. I might be an asshole. I might do a bunch of other shit, but I don't drink and I don't do drugs over it. And I'm trying to really, and that's why it's the tip of the iceberg, right? Because that's not a good idea. But now all these other behaviors that come up, like whether it's the being an asshole at work or at home or whatever it is, and just lashing out, like that's what I have to deal with now.
Absolutely, right. Yeah, and that's part of change. And that's like I was just talking to my sponsor about this because I'm riddled with character defects, and I feel like every time I focus on one thing, I'm praying about lust and trying to talk to people about that. Then all of a sudden, wrath comes up. It's like whack-a-mole. It's fucking, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, exactly, And I'm just constantly on my own case, like I'm never doing a good enough job. Like I'm going to be this perfect human. And that keeps me stuck because I was just speaking to somebody the other day. They're like, no, you got to ask yourself, am I doing something about it? If the answer is yes, good, move the fuck on because you're not going to be perfect. But if you're not, okay, am I willing to do something about it? Like it's as plain and simple. But
nothing is as big as it seems in the moment, and nothing is as small as it seems in the moment.
Agreed.
You need to just, like you just said, man, like everything will pass. The happiness will pass. The unhappiness will pass. The sadness will pass. It'll all pass. You just have to be present in every moment and understand that these bad things in the moment aren't necessarily bad things when you take a step back from a higher standpoint. Because for me, the bad things in my life that I thought were bad all taught me a lesson. What did I learn from those moments? And if I could remember that happened in the past for me, things that I went through, that I learned from, then when I'm in the moment, when I'm feeling shitty, I'm like, all right, what am I going to learn from this? And sometimes that helps me as well. And this pain, how is this pain going to sculpt me? How's it going to help me grow? Because eventually it's going to be a blink. You speak to a 90-year-old man, they'll tell you it's a blink. You're 90,
it's already a blink.
Right?
It feels
and
like
it's over. It's almost
on crack
over
right now.
The whole thing is almost over.
Yeah.
This experience of human life.
Absolutely. It literally, even now at 44,
don't
it feels
waste
like
time
time's just flying
blowing
by every year.
bullshit out of proportion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Seth, thank you so much for coming on.
Philosophy. We got to get a philosophy out of him.
That's where I was going. It's like you seem very calm, content. I know a lot of things go on like all of our lives, but you seem like you're in a really good place as far as family goes, as far as the program goes, and just like your headspace, right? So we usually like to ask our guests to tell our listeners like some philosophies or ingredients for life that no matter what happens, you really try and stay true to.
I think for me, it's really, I don't have really like real crazy words of wisdom. For me, it's just that I think God is real. Yeah. I can't explain how or why I think that. I always considered myself a big atheist, but I just try to stay close to that and have faith that no matter what, it's going to be okay. I know it's weird because I'm building this house and I got this letter from my engineer, and there was something on the top of the letter that I noticed. That really stuck with me actually yesterday, and I just want to read it, and then I guess we can wrap it up from there. But it said, "For every house is built by someone, but the builder of all things is God."
That's pretty sick. Where'd that come from?
It was on the top of his letterhead.
It was an architect. God's the grand architect,
and it's like I guess it's a Bible verse. It says Hebrews 3:4, which I guess is chapter 3.
Hey,
verse
Justin,
4.
shout out to you guys, huh?
God is. There's a reason Jesus was a carpenter.
I like
He's
that.
A builder, an architect.
That's all. I think that's so cool though that you got that because you had to be fucking stressed as fuck. Exactly,
I still am.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's hard, dude.
Before we close it, let me ask you: do you think pulling your pants down to your ankles at a urinal is a power move?
It's assert dominance.
It's a power move.
Yeah, it's a power
the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking that dude fucking owned me.
Well, that's why I told you should have whipped your dick out and just started playing with yourself.
That was because he won that confrontation.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have.
It's a power move, bro.
If he turned around, right? Just picture this. He turned around. It's a power move, bro. And you're like, I know, I like it. And you just whipped out your dick with a big smile.
Then I would have won.
You would have won.
Yeah, because I lost.
We would have been telling a totally different story. Our Indonesian fucking listeners would have been like, hooray, hooray. Now, we probably lost listeners because that's
there's also a really good chance Justin would be in jail after that.
No,
I didn't think about that.
It. No, he started. No.
He did start it.
Yeah.
We have to cancel the guest. Where's Justin? He got arrested for jerking off in a Stop and Shop.
It was so much confidence. This guy's ass was so flabby and pale and disgusting, right? Like it was such a confident power move to do that.
I know. I don't know if it would have been better if you whipped your dick out or if you just like nodded your head and when you walked by, smacked him on your ass and like, good move, dude. I respect
Golden Pony Boy.
Should I do that next time? Say Golden Pony Boy?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what if I just did the same thing and pulled my pants down at the urinal right next to him? It's an empty bathroom.
You just
walked
next to him and said, I get it, dude. I dropped your drawers to your ankles.
That would have been the move, right?
Or you could have just been like, great, I'm here for the gangbang.
So you say it's a power move, but like this is like I have a son and like this is how kids learn to pee.
Of course.
So like really it's a childish move. It's not a man flex. It's a child's move.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm not even kidding.
I mean his pants are down to his ankles.
I know.
That's how we all peed until someone
told us you can't do that anymore. I know.
Yeah.
I was 17. They're like, dude, it's over.
I don't think this man exerted dominance. I think he was regressing, and maybe he was getting older, and
You think he was senile?
Maybe he misread the situation. Maybe he was just senile and regressing to a 4-year-old.
I'm doing it. Next time I know what to do, I'm going to go right next to him. First of all, it's really awkward when you're in a bathroom and there's a bunch of urinals and there's only 2 people in there and you go right next. Like you don't have to go
every other
right, but you go right next to the guy.
Going right next to him,
and then you go full fucking ankle power move. Like
I like doing that though. I compare myself to others a lot. That's one of my problems. So I want to see what he's got, what he's working with over there. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Where do I stand? That's what I want to know.
Joe has an obsession with penises. He's
got a nice loud stream. You can just,
Exactly.
That's how men should be rating each other's confidence.
Well, no, his stream was not loud. His stream sounded like he had a prostate infection.
Yeah.
Like the power move wasn't in the piss stream because it was coming out like
a faulty sprinkler.
Yeah, it was not coming out strong.
Yeah.
I think this feeble old man. I think you completely misread the tension of the situation. This man was just like breaking down physically and mentally. He regressed to a 4-year-old. old. He can't pee. He's got enlarged prostate. And Justin's like, I want to fuck this dude up.
No, I didn't. I went, whoa. I think I said like, whoa, like that. And he goes,
man's just trying to pee.
But why did he turn around and go, it's a power move, bro?
Yeah, see? I think he knew what he was doing. He was trying to,
Like he said that.
Yeah.
And this is right after the whole confrontation with the watermelons and the black lady.
Well,
and the white lady.
that just goes to show you got to stop going into truck stops. It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go back to the online thing. What is it, Grindr that he was on?
What are you guys talking about truck stops? I was at Stop and Shop.
Oh, is that what it was?
I wasn't at Exit 53 in the LIE.
He knows exactly.
Freudian
or Exit 55. I think Exit 55.
How do you know what exit is?
Because someone told me when I worked at Grill Room that there's a rest stop on the LIE where people go and they do gangbangs.
You come back at a certain day and time, and Seabass is waiting.
No, you guys got to understand. There's something called lot lizards, where like you're a lot lizard and you go as like a trucker. You need to get sexual relief, and you go into these like rest stops.
Has anybody else ever heard of this?
And then they're called lot lizards, and then you get
lot lizards.
and it's like, hey, what are you doing? You want to crack me open like a coconut?
So it's
and
just
then they
a
bang.
prostitute that walks around.
Crack me open like a coconut.
That's what they say. They say, you want to crack me open like a coconut.
What is it called again?
Lot lizards.
So we're no longer referring to him as Justin or Hoser. He's lot lizard.
No, I'm a hoser. I'm not a lot lizard. I don't want to be cracked open like a coconut.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
He's more gentle than that.
You had a lot of. You had a lot of detail around what's going on at those truck stops.
I learned a lot about it. I'm a research guy.
What kind of schooling did you go to for that?
I learned it at Grill Room. There was a lot of freaks that came into my dad's restaurant. They taught me about these things. I listen. I'm a listener. I'm a gentle listener.
These old truckers come in and give them a lesson.
Lot lizards. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking great. All right. Well, on that,
well, I've done that.
Yeah, Justin's philosophy.
Seth's face. Usually, I wish we had a picture of Seth's face.
How do we go from God to lot lizards? I don't understand.
We like to flip it around a little bit.
Normally the flow of this is like usually it ends on this nice emotional thing, and you go, thanks Seth for coming in.
Well,
thank you guys. All right, have a good. This ended on some weirdness.
It could have ended on thanks Seth for coming in. What?
Yeah.
Coming in what? You see how I played the words there?
Yeah,
I played with the words a little bit.
That old guy's baggy ass.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Hey, shout out to that guy.
On that note, sorry, Mom. My mom listens to all these shows. Sorry, Mom, we had to do that. All right.
Yeah. She didn't know her son was a lot lizard.
Anyway,
I'm not
a lot lizard. All right.
Let's close up. Seth,
and
thank
Google
you so
it,
much.
guys. Google it.
You've been great.
All right.
Don't
love
Google,
you.
Don't Google
Seth, I love you.
Now we're educating people on truck stops.
Later, bro.